Hello and welcome to another update video about Filecoin. Filecoin hasn't really moved much since the last update. Still watching if the price could push a little higher there in circle wave C. Yeah. Best count I can offer, and this might change. Okay, this might change. The best count I can offer is here a potential 3-wave move up that's forming in an A, B, C structure at the moment, and you can see that from the June low, so we have a 5-wave move up, but I can of course not ignore what happened here. So my leaning is towards an ABC structure, and in terms of potential targets, I mean the C wave, yeah, in terms of the internal structure has done what it needs to do. We've got 5 waves, and the 5th wave of the C wave has basically reached what it needs to reach, the 1.618 extension, and actually formed a slightly higher high than wave 3. It would still be preferable if we could see it rally a little higher. First of all, because it would be a clearer wave 5. It could possibly reach the top of that channel here at, where is that, round about $10. I think $10 would be a great target for that 5th wave. It would be a great target. It would be the 200% extension, and it would be the ascending trend line, the upper boundary line of the trend channel. In addition to that, it's often the case that if we are dealing with an ABC structure like this one, that the C wave reaches the 100% extension level of wave A. So there are always different levels or different ways of measuring targets. I just showed you the targets for the internal structure of the C wave, but we can also take a target by measuring the length of the A wave and by comparing it to the length of wave C. And that would point also towards around about $10.70. So again, the 200% extension is around 1040. That one is at 1070. So there's good Fibonacci confluence, I think, and that gives us a good potential target. At the moment, there is also no evidence that wave 5 has topped. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. So I would prefer it to go a little higher, but it's, oh yeah, before we go to the detail, it's obviously fighting here with this descending trend line, yeah, where we have probably 2 to 3 touch points, and it's fighting with that. So a slight break above it would be helpful to, just to finalize this structure. I mean, technically speaking, it doesn't need that one more high. I would say as soon as we break below this swing low here from the Thursday, the 22nd of February, that was here at 685. By the way, I just see that I think the price has moved up further since the last update, which is basically in line with forecast because we wanted this wave 5 to complete, right? So if I see that correctly in the last update, that move up here was still below the 3rd wave top, but it's actually filled it out nicely, filled it in nicely. And that's sort of what we wanted because this was the time to enter in the orange support zone. That's what these support zones are for that we offer. We offer them as levels to watch for potential reversals. If the scenarios are correct and if the wave counts are correct, we should see reversals in these regions. And especially here from a wave 4 into a wave 5, that was the zone between 435 and 639. But that's passed. It has rallied from support into resistance. That's what we want. We can then call it an A wave top somewhere in this region, and the B wave pullback is then due at some point. Possibly not yet. It could still stretch a little higher, as I said, to these targets I mentioned. And then as soon as we have a top in place, and if we get a break below that level here at around about $6.89, that's the current level I'm watching, then I can add a support for the B wave. If that pullback occurred now, what would be the support area? I will take it off the chart because I don't think we've topped yet necessarily. But we might not see much more before we get that pullback. Yeah, I mean, that could be substantial, but the thing is with B waves, they can also be extremely shallow. So I've got a range here between 523 to 310. Not suggesting we go all the way down to 310. Also, if it stretches higher, obviously the support area will move. So let's assume we might go to that 1070 level. Then it's suddenly between $6 and 327. So yeah, that's sort of what I can see right now in terms of levels to watch and potential targets, my understanding of the trend. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.